So we are on into our match number 3. I always check if there's any companion. I don't see a companion, I'm happy. I'm not expecting a heavy removal deck. It could also be hammer because it's big. It could be anything. So let's go. This is a hand that you don't keep, especially if you don't know what the opponent is playing. It has nothing. It only has mana dorks, and you even have Dryad Arbor in your hand, and you cannot expect one Horizon Canopy to draw the best card that can actually help you win. You need something more. That's why I decide to mulligan, and I get this hand, which is definitely keepable. I go on and I decide to bottom the Realmwalker instead of a land. First of all, because I didn't want to have only two canopy lands, let's call them, that every time I tap them, they're dealing damage to me. And second of all, I can crack them at any point I want to. And pretty much that. Obviously, if they had interaction with my hand, I wouldn't be in a good position. But I'm always checking if the opponent is playing companions, and I act accordingly. I see Forest, I see Arboreal Grazer, and I'm very happy it's Titan. Titan is a good matchup for Elves. It's a matchup you want to see because you have good sideboard cards, and usually, especially this version of Elves, is faster, and you can beat them before they beat you, especially when you're playing first. So now we go on and we do Elf things. We are casting the War Master. I accidentally almost skipped my turn here. I'm still trying to shake off the previous round. War Master, Heritage, we play our whole hand, and we'll go on from here. Dryad. This is actually the card that I'm afraid of when I'm playing against Amulet. I do believe that it's not easy for them to beat us through combat, just a Titan. It's Dryad with the effect of the Valakut that actually kills us. The multiple bolts in our face, let's say, the 3 damage to any target. And that's always my number 1 target. Ezuri was a great top deck. Made me think that, okay, I just need a little bit more and I'm winning. But we don't even get another turn. And this exactly proves why I dislike Dryad and I'm trying to get rid of it so hard. Titan can do nothing on its own. And so we go on to our game, to our second game, and we will see how it goes. Third match, game 2. We lost a game 1 against Titan, so now we have to see if we can win this and keep on hoping we will do well in the tournament. So, this is actually a good hand. I have my Grist, which I need for a Dryad. I have Finale if I need to call for to get anything, to tutor anything out of my deck. War Master, and of course Collected Company that will help me have a bigger advantage over them. This time I'm not going to fetch conservatively. I need black. I fetch black to get it out of the way, and I go on with my play. Turn 1 Amulet for the opponent. So, in the second turn, you saw it. But in the second turn I decide not to cast Grist. I actually try to progress my game by casting War Master, because next turn I can either draw a 1 mana dork in order to have the War Master effect and get the token, or trying to lure them actually for them to play their Dryad and me to kill it. I really believe it's very important to kill the Dryad. Thankfully, the opponent does what I wanted him to do. Him, her. We're fetching. So now, with this hand here, you can either, if I played Grist here and minused, I was gonna lose on the speed of the deck. I wasn't progressing my game. It was a 1-for-1, but it was a bad one for me. So what I actually did do, I'm gonna play Final of Devastation for 1, get my Heritage Druid, and then use the token that's gonna be created by Heritage Druid, by War Master, excuse me, and then kill the Dryad. As you can see, tap 3, Grist. And just like that, my collected components also become valuable because I have a Heritage Druid and I have enough mana to cast both companies. It's possible to cast both companies. Another nice interaction with this deck and Devoted Druid, I really like the card, is that you can tap 3 mana with Heritage, Devoted Druid, and a token or whatever you want, and tap Devoted Druid with the ability that it has, the -1/-1 counter, and then tap 3 more creatures. Meaning if you have 5 creatures, you can actually get 6 mana. Titan time. As I said, Titan doesn't scare me. He couldn't go for me at this point because I have enough blockers. I don't know if he had done the math, but I definitely I had also the I could activate War Master, and Grist is a creature that he actually needs to kill. So I'm happy to throw Grist away because I'm certain that I can probably need win next turn. Summer Pact. He gets another Dryad of the Elysian Grove. So and in response to him trying to kill my Heritage Druid, I start playing my companies. Of course, because I couldn't, and also because I was hoping to get an Ezuri and actually keep my Heritage Druid alive. I say Curion. I have an Archdruid, I have a More Master, he's dead. There's nothing he can do at this point to save himself. And Archdruid is doing Archdruid things together with my bestie, Curion. He understands what's going on and he concedes. And so we are going on to game number 3. So, round 3, game 3 against Titan, and let's see how it goes. Okay, under any other circumstance, I wouldn't suggest keeping a hand like this. But as I've said before, I know what kills Titan. What Titan kills us, it's the Dryad. And I'm keeping a hand wanting to remove that card as well as any Amulets of Vigor that may play. And let's see how it goes. Arboreal Grazer. There's a target for Force of Vigor if I need it. Turn 1, I decide just to fetch and not play anything, because I might need to pitch my Curion Ranger. Now, oh, I skipped a bit. Another thing that you would have done here with the trigger of Urza Saga on the stack before they are able to add mana, because it's actually an ability, you could kill both of the Force of Vigor. But I don't want to make that play. I actually want to wait until the end of the turn to actually kill what's a threat. At this point, I don't need to rush. I definitely don't have a fast hand. So here, you can either kill the Dryad Dryad of the Elysian Grove, sorry, together with Urza Saga, or you can go for both of the lands. I decide to go for the lands to delay their mana and be sure that they won't be able to get any artifacts if as a saga triggers on the third counter. So the most useless card in my hand right now is actually Chord of Calling, and this is what I'm actually going. That's what I'm going to pitch. War Master. We slowly try to progress our game. If you see here, they only made one land drop, meaning that they don't have lands in hand, or they don't want to play their lands because they want it for something better. Current Ranger number 2 always stays in my hand as a backup. From now on, I have blockers for days if I need to, and I don't need to use my life total as a resource against the deck. I block once, but as you will see in the future, I will stop blocking after a while. We're getting there. Second part of the combo, we're just missing the last part. Okay. There's no need to block. I actually realized at this point that I had 4 mana because of the because of Devoted Druid as well as the double Current Ranger, and I needed to hold up anything anymore. We take that. Our elves are way more important at this point. That's the grindy part of the deck. I don't need to kill Dryad at this point, but what I need to do is with Azusa on the stack, I go and kill Dryad as well as Amulet of Vigor, so that he won't be able to do anything broken. I'm very close to assembling a board state that's actually in my favor. He has nothing going on. I have Grist to kill whatever shows up and needs to be killed. For example, Azusa is a card that I don't want to see. And we're going from that. The deck is being nice to us, but we would win regardless. Sacrifice the token, kill Azusa, and we'll have a very nice overrun. And the opponent understands they're dead and they concede. And so we go to round 4.